Hare Krishna, everybody. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamadire Nashra Praisha Badreshu Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Tani Chaika Kashaha Shashrum Tani Chaika Tani Chaika Kashaha Shastum Arthani Bhautikam Samahatya Deva Yogena Hemam Avashajam Tani Chaikai Kashaha Shastum Samarthani Bhautu Deva Yogena Hemamandam Avashajam. And Ekashaha separately. Shastum asamarthani, unable. Bhautikam, the material universe. Samahatya, having combined yogena, with the energy of the Supreme Lord. Aimam, shining like gold. Andam, glow. Avasrijan, unable to produce the material, combined with help of the energy of Supreme Lord, and were able to produce a shining egg. Separately, unable to produce, they combined with the help of the energy of the Supreme Lord and were able to produce a shining egg. So ashayastabhi shalile and sagram vaivasha sahasram anubhava shitam ishvaraha. For over 1,000 years, the shining eggs lay on the waters of the causal ocean in the lifeless state. When the Lord entered, it has Garbhodakshay Vishnu. For over 1,000 years, the shining lay on the waters of the causal ocean in a lifeless state. When the Lord entered as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Purpose. From this verse, it appears that all the universes are floating in the cause of Chakshurmilitam Hina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nam Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Visheshaya Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarini Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Okay. Tani Chaikaikashaha Asamartha Bhautikam Hainam Andam Avashajan. Separately unable to produce a material universe, they combine the help of the Supreme Lord and are able to produce a shining egg. Some sounds. So with meditation here, indents. That is the big. We will have now. This is June, July, August 15, Independence Day. January 26, Independence Day. Why? Any problem in the audio? Audio is fine, no? It is glitching because of internet connection. Okay. Now just see how is it. How's the audio now? So mainly we need audio. Video is not important. Let me check. Okay. So now, anyway, I hope I cannot do anything more. What I can do, it is possible. Not an issue. I have not spoken anything. How wise became clear. Okay. There may be some network issue. We will see if we can from tomorrow fix a wire to the laptop so that it will be better. Okay. It's on Wi-Fi now. I reduced to the Geo 2.4 from 5. Okay. Bear with it, whatever it comes. So now this point is independent. So we are not independent. We want the connection to be very nice, but we have to live with whatever it is. We are not independent. So independence actually is the biggest illusion. Just like Srila Prabhupada used to say, the democracy is demon goes crazy. That's called democracy. Many sociologists have understood the biggest hoax of the 21st century is democracy. I don't think in any religion it has any sanction. All the religions have monarchy. Vedic system did have democracy, but the voting was by qualified people. The Brahmanas used to vote, not birth Brahmanas, qualified sages. They used to vote who will be the king among the available Kshatriyas. So there was voting also and monarchy also, a combination. But today it is what we call Andheri Nagari Chaupat Raja. That's called democracy. People with no qualification. Yesterday I was seeing one person. He was just slapping left, right, center a principal in a college, a minister, just slapping in front of everybody and looking at him so ugly, so demoniac face. But how does he go along? Because he knows I'll get votes. There are fools who will vote for me. I can do whatever I want. That is called demon goes crazy, democracy. So anyway, that is another, we will discuss another day, the system. What is the best system? Democracy, monarchy, or the Vedic system? The Vedic system is the best actually. Now, we cannot change it. We are not so powerful. The Prabhupada said, therefore, everybody in the world, make them Krishna conscious. So they have sanity to elect a Mahabhagavata to be the leader of the world. And the world becomes peaceful. Just like that is one kind of an illusion. We have an illusion that I am the body, but I am not the body. Similarly, we have an illusion of being independent. स्वतंत्र, हमको स्वतंत्रता चाहिए, आजादी, आजादी. They do so many places the slogans in India where they don't want to be part of India. They shout slogan, आजादी, आजादी, and people like it's it's something you offer to people. They love it. आजादी. I don't want. I don't want to be dependent on anybody. Similarly, also develop the women rights movement, another illusion. You want to be independent. Ajadi. Ajadi. So this is the biggest, we can say, opium, nasha, ajadi. But actually, the fact is, where is ajadi? Tepi shitam tamurudam nibaddhaha. We are tightly bound by the laws of material nature. Urudamni baddhaha. Nate vidu swart gatim he Vishnu. Durashaya ye bahiyarta manina. People do not know the real self-interest is to become totally dependent on Vishnu. People do not know. Durashayaye bahiyarta manina. They're hoping against hope that becoming independent of Krishna, they will be so happy in sense enjoyment. Durasha, proper translate Durasha as hope against hope. Du means bad. Duryodhana, Dushashana, Dubuddhi. You say no? Du means bad. Asha means hope. Du asha. Correct? Hope against hope. Or another way we say, du ashraya, taking wrong shelter. And all of us think what? I'll become independent. And actually, we consider it the great success of life. Successful in life means as we grow, I should become more independent. That's how it is. True? Today I have to listen to somebody. Tomorrow I'll be temple president. I need totally free. I don't have to listen. I don't want to listen to anybody. I want to do the things I want. Correct, no? That's the nature, actually. That's the nature. True or not? Everybody wants to be totally independent, free. I don't want to listen to anybody. The long time ago, there was somebody. So you want to become a brahmachari? No. Then I have to listen to somebody. I don't want to become. I want to remain. Yeah, remain. Then you have to go to office and listen to your nonsense boss. That is okay. Look at the joke. There he has to listen to the boss and he will kick him left, right, center. That is okay. That is okay. There was one person, very nice. We used to have, by Krishna's grace, the first ecstatic service I had was to lead book distribution. And I was really blessed to be in the team of very, very sweet around maybe 4 dozen, 40, 50 devotees. So ecstatic in book distribution. So they used to come selling books and I used to wait for them even till 2 o'clock in the night, wait when they come back. When they come back in the night, I used to sit with them and they used to serve them prasadam. And they used to tell me all the story that happened. They were selling books to some in India, trains get late, so they come back late. So they used to tell this happened. One person was telling me that one person, he was very funny. He used to have all these funny answers to people. Actually, I've also gone for a couple of years on book distribution train. It's fun. You go and then you meet people and then the people talk to you so many things. And in the whole train, they're getting bored, sitting. So they all crowd around that situation. And somebody puts a challenging question to create some interest, they simply want to pass time. 2-3 hours, they just have to pass 10 hours. Okay, they got somebody. They'll throw one challenging question. So one person threw a challenging question at them. What are you distributing, Gita? I am God. You said, you are God? Yes. Tell me how many chapatis you eat. No, I eat 2 chapatis. Now, if I give you 3 chapatis, with a lota, you have to run to the toilet. What kind of God are you? Little overeating, you get stomach upset. That what kind of God are you? What kind of independence you have? You are so dependent, isn't it? Now we are all having program. We are dependent that I have to eat now. This is your independence. Annamaya. Without food, you will die. This is your independence. What is your independence? इंडिपेंडेंस गया ना, अभी थोड़े टाइम में खाना खाने का, नहीं तो मर जाएंगे, पेट दर्द होने लगेगा, your stomach will start paining, you'll get headache. This is our independence. Actually, just keep meditating. We actually do not have any independence in this world. Tepi ishatam tam urudam nibbaddaha. We're tightly bound by the laws of matter nature. But unfortunately, we think we are independent. And this is our misfortune. Urudam nibbadda, tightly bound by the laws of matter nature. And we are kicked. Prabhupada gives another example. He says, suppose somebody tightly bound hands and legs, and somebody comes and starts slapping him, thar, 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 thar. And he says, I'm independent. What a kind of joke it is, actually. And some first independence is actually come out of the victimization of the senses. This is the first independence. Come out of that victimization. But that we cannot come out. We are totally harassed by the senses. Prabhupada says so many karmis, jnanis, yogis, they try to control the senses. Prabhupada used to say, yogis are first-class rascals, jnanis are second-class rascals, and karmis are third-class rascals. Karmi means somebody is trying to work to enjoy his senses. He's the lowest. He's almost an animal. Jnani is little better. At least he is not enjoying his senses grossly. He is trying to control the senses and cultivate knowledge. But because he has not taken service to the Lord, he is also a rascal. And yogi, he is also giving up sense enjoyment. That's better. And he is trying to meditate. That's also good. But he's not meditating on God. Most of the yogis today, they do some funny meditation. As I told you many times, the joke. They don't know on what they are meditating. They don't know. As meditating. On what? You are eating. What are you eating? You're eating something, no? Meditating on what? Nothing. It's all humbug. What is a nonsense meditation, which is popular today. So karmis, jnanis, yogis, they try to control the senses. Particularly yogis are trying. Among the rascals, they are first class, rest are second and third class. But they fail. Without engaging the senses in the service of the Lord, you cannot control the senses. Therefore, it is a very simple meditation. Now, this is straightforward for anybody. As we are all on the path of devotion to Krishna. Once what happened, somebody went to Srila Prabhupada. He said, Srila Prabhupada, I'm very disturbed. My mind is not peaceful. It is very disturbed. My senses are getting agitated. Please guide me. What should I do? So Prabhupada said, actually, think about it very deeply. You are making a show because devotee cannot be disturbed by the senses. You're not a devotee. Then I was thinking very deeply about the statement. Actually, it is so much true. Anytime if you have your mind and senses agitated, it does happen. Always remember this fact that I've stopped being a thief. That's all. I stopped being a criminal. What I'm trying to do, this whole world belongs to Krishna. And I'm thinking that I can independently enjoy it. So let me correct myself. It's not true. Go to the root of it. Because of my criminal mentality, Maya is harassing me. Maya will never harass a gentleman. Maya will never harass a gentleman. If I am getting harassed, it is because of my criminal mentality. Go to the root of it. And now, correct that. No, I am a servant of Krishna. My only business is to serve Krishna. My senses should be engaged in his service. This world doesn't belong to me. I should use this world for his pleasure, not for my pleasure. Correct this. Because that is where the mistake is. The root, the mistake is, I'm thinking this word belongs to me. It does not belong to you. Bhokta Rama Yagna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. It belongs to him. Bhokta Rama, because it belongs to him, he should enjoy it. We discussed it a million times. In a fridge, if you have some nice thing in the house, and I enter your house, say, give me that, I'll eat. You say, no, it belongs to me, I'll enjoy. Right? You have in your hand an apple, you're eating. I say, wait, I will take it. No, I paid for it, I will enjoy. So if you own something, you are an enjoyer of that thing. It's true. If anybody owns anything, he enjoys. Because Krishna is the Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, therefore he is the enjoyer. We are not the enjoyer. Bhokta Ram Yagna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Krishna is the only enjoyer, we are not the enjoyer. So this should be very deeply within our heart. Then we are peaceful. So we are not independent in our, even controlling your senses. All the jnanis, yogis, what they try? To independently control their senses. What? The jnani is cultivating, no. Karmi is an animal. Prabhupada many times says Karmi is an animal because he is not trying to control the senses. He is not considered anywhere less than an animal. Just work hard, get some money and enjoy. This is not Karma Yogis. Karma Yogi means with the result is worshiping Krishna. You work, you get some money. With that money, worship Krishna. That's called Karma Yogi. Just working doesn't become Karma Yogi. That is Karma Bhogi. So when I say Karmi, I'm referring to Karma Bhogi. So a Karmi is an animal. So let us put him out. Not want to waste our time with animals. Now coming to Jnanis and Yogis. Now Jnanis and Yogis are trying to control the senses. Definitely, they try. Dundar the India Kal Sarpapota Kadam Strayate. But a devotee looks at him, he smiles. Why? Yogi, they go to the Himalayas. You have to respect them for that. And they sit in cold water in winter. And in hot summer, they put fire all around them. Intense, terrible physical austerity. And many people, society say, oh, what austerity. Yeah, some respect has to be given. He's trying to control the senses, correct? But a devotee laughs at that. Because even with that, the yogi is not able to control the senses. That is how the senses are so difficult. And the jnani with all his knowledge fails to control the senses. Why? Because both have not understood. They are servants of the Lord. Okay? So artificially we are trying to be independent as karmis, but that's an animal. As jnanis, even that doesn't work. Even yogis, even that doesn't work. There is a very nice discussion. The discussion comes where Parikshit Maharaj is talking to Shukamuni. So Shukamuni describes in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam, to the end of 5th canto of Bhagavatam, the last chapter, description of hell. You can read it. Very nice chapter. If you read it, you'll not sleep for a few days. Somebody was telling you it's almost like Garuda Purana. You know, a lot of description of hell is there. Terrible. So when 28 varieties of hells are described, you know, so much terrible punishment for the slightest of breach of etiquette. Terrible punishment. You know, suppose your guest comes to your house and instead of saying, Atiti Deva, welcome, please, can you have some water, some prasada? And you look at me like that. So the punishment is the birds will come flying. You'll be put in a hell for that. And they pluck your eyes out because you should have looked like welcoming. So slight a breach of mistake, there is terrible punishment. And all mistakes it is given. One person who embraces a woman without marriage, so what is the punishment for him? A molten lava will be given. Yeah, embrace, please embrace. And body yatana sharira. Yatana sharira, this body will burn, you know. So they give you not solely covered by yatana sharira. Embrace. Some people like they eat anything they like. They don't discriminate as vegetarian, non-vegetarian. They eat anything. And sometimes they fry some, you know, crabs or something and they eat. China is famous for that. So what happens then? They will fry you live on kadai, hot kadai. And then you have to bear that pain and you will not die. They'll keep frying. You will become red hot, like pakoda become red hot, but you will not die. And you have to bear that unbearable pain. So when Parikshit Maharaj hears all varieties of sufferings in the hell, they'll take you to the top of the mountain and throw. Oh, you fall on the ground, you'll not die. All body, same pain as you'll get if I throw anybody's body from the top of the mountain. And after that, they pick you up again they'll throw. And they'll keep doing that. And you'll not die. So the terrible sufferings are there in the hell. And for slightest breach, there is a terrible punishment. So when Parikshit Maharaj hears that, he says, my dear Shukamuni, please tell me a way that people can be saved from these kind of sufferings. So he says, step number 1, they can try prayashita. Now, in this process of prayashita, there is no God. You're just trying to voluntarily take a suffering corresponding to the sin you're committing. Okay? So suppose it is said, suppose you see a Vaishnava and you don't smile, you should skip one meal. It is said like that. You should smile. When you see a Vaishnava, you say, Hare Krishna Prabhu, and you don't, then you should not eat one meal. Like that, there is a list of a prayashita a person does, even sometimes in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes. But okay, these are kind of prayashitas. He says various kind of prayashitas are there. Okay. Then he hears that, Parikshit Maharaj, and he says, my dear Shukamuni, I was a king. And many a times I saw people doing things like they steal and they do some crime. And I take them to jail and nicely beat them up. Put them in the jail for say 2 years, 3 years, daily beating and making them do painful work so that, they understand they should behave. And then I leave them outside. Again, they do the same crime. So I have seen the prayashita does not work. He compared prayashita to hasti sthana, kunjara shauchavat. Better word is kunjara shauchavat, the bathing of an elephant. Elephant has a very unique nature. That is because of his bodily nature, but we can take a symbolism out of it. He goes to take a bath, and after the bath is over, he puts sand all around his body. That's his nature because of some requirement. So that is called kunjara. Kunjara shauchava, the bathing of an elephant. So Shukadeva Goswami understand. They said, okay, very nice. So he says, okay, my dear intelligent disciple, he appreciates that. And he says, okay, second. He says, they can cultivate knowledge. Okay, first solution, because he doesn't want to see people suffering. So he gives. Second solution is that. So people are thinking they're independent. They can do anything they want. No, Chitragupta is writing every word, what they do, every act. And kadais are getting ready, hot kadais. They're keeping it ready for you, waiting for you. A lot of sticks are getting ready. And big list is ready. How many sins we have done? At least one Bhagavatam can be written for our sins. Thousands, at least 20,000 pages of our sins can be written. He did this, he did that. Like Ajamala was hearing also his sinful activities. So we can also hear. We always like to glorify ourselves. Always we try to do that. We collect our certificates. Kali Yuga is certificate age. On that certificate, that certificate, that certificate. Correct? Forget these certificates. Okay, this is open. So, certificate. Okay, that's what we are looking for. But actually, we should make a list of the sinful activities that are done in this life always. And beg pardon from the Lord, genuinely from the heart. Instead of these rubbish certificates written on nonsense papers given by fools, which have no value. Do you think these certificates have any value in the spiritual world? Instead of Yamaraj, you will show your certificates. Now I got one 10th class certificate. I got this certificate. I got first in that. That's what we show when you go for job or placement. Prabhupada says, like a dog, my tail is like this. Anna? So we try to show certificate. Please keep me as a master in this world of employment. But actually, we should not look for all these things. We should introspect and see what all mistakes I have done. And my Lord punished me so severely that I don't do these mistakes again. I am your servant. I am supposed to obey you. I am not independent. I'm totally bound. I'm totally subservient to you. This is the consciousness you have to cultivate. What am I? Subservient to you. The jiva should become subservient to the will of the Lord. That is what my position is, my Lord. But artificially, I'm trying to be independent, my Lord. And I did all the sinful activities. Please punish me so severely that I do not do such things again. Correct? That's what should they pray. Now left to Krishna. You want to punish you or purify you whichever way. But the point is, we should, instead of your certificates, recount all the sins you have done. I am capable of doing the sinful activities again. Once done, I will do again. So I ask your pardon, my Lord. So that please purify me. So I don't do these things. Punish me so severely. So this is the first part, prayashita. The second part is cultivate knowledge and understand. And when he presents that to Shukadeva Goswami, just like suppose somebody is drinking. So one kind of thing is that it's fast for a few days so that it doesn't, again, but the habit doesn't go. Habit is deep in the heart. Even after, say, prayashita, say, suppose you smoked. You feel it is the wrong thing I did. Okay, 2 days I'll not eat. As a star, as a prayashita for having done that. I'll remember this. Let me give voluntarily some suffering to myself so that I don't do the sinful activity again, but the desire remains. And again, you do. This kind of prayashita doesn't work. The second thing is that I can sit and cultivate knowledge. I can give up cigarette smoking and I can cultivate knowledge, sit and read the books, then understand that actually how cigarette is harmful to myself. So I'll not smoke again. Then Parikshit Maharaj is looking at Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami, before he answers that this will not work, himself says, this will also not work. He said, why? He said, just like in a forest, there are various wonderful trees. You can cut those trees to the ground. And you think it's all over, correct? Many times we cut the trees to the ground. Nothing is visible. Trees are cut. So your sinful desires are cut by cultivating knowledge. But no, the roots are still there. And when the rain comes, again the trees come back again. So many times the garden, they clean it now before the rain. And rain comes, all the trees are coming back. Where? The roots were lying in the ground. So it is jnana also, just cultivating jnana without surrendering to Krishna will not work. And then finally, as Shukadeva Goswami says, Kechit kevalaya bhaktya. If somebody can take kevala bhakti, shuddha bhakti, pure devotion to Krishna. Kevala means with no other, keval, akela. In Hindi, the word is akela. Akela means one only. Akele the. So, kechit kevalaya bhaktya. If somebody who takes pure devotion to Krishna, bhakti. What kind of bhakti? Kevala bhakti. Ananya bhakti. Pure devotion to Krishna. Vasudeva parayanaha. And makes Krishna the goal of his life. Parayanaha. Become very, very attached to Krishna. And then, agam dhanvansikasnena niharamya bhaskaraha. Just as when the sun rises, all the fog and mist is destroyed. All agam, all the sinful sin is destroyed. Niharam iva bhaskaraha. Just like when the sun rises in the morning, the early rays of the sun are enough to destroy all the fog and mist. In the winter time in North India, fog and mist is very thick. You cannot see 5 meters also. Sometimes it is so bad. So all the fog and mist is destroyed just by the initial rays of the sun. So Krishna, prema, nama, Shuddha nama is not needed for giving us purification of sinful activities, Nam Abhasa is enough. Nam Abhasa will purify you from all the sinful activity and purify the. See, we are Shuddha Nama now. Now we do Nam Aparada and Nama Bhasa. Nam Aparada means we are doing 10 kind of offenses to the holy name and still chanting. One of the offenses is inattentive. Regina, Regina. So we are doing Nam Aparada chanting. That has some benefit. And Nama Bhasa stage, what happens? Chanting is done very attentively with the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So many people say about the quantity, but also is important is the quality, which chanting it was. And it's not like 1, 2, 3. It's a shades of gray in between. Nam Aparada, slowly improving. And Nama Bhasa, Abhasa means a shadow. It's not actually the real Shuddha Nam. And then improving, Shuddha Nam. Shuddha Nama is so dear to Krishna. When you say Krishna with love and faith, that is called Shuddha Nam. But to reach it takes many millions of lifetime. Shuddha Nam. It's not that I am chanting. Like Radharani also says Krishna name, we also say. There is a lot of difference. So sometimes you do devotion service, but you don't bother about the quality of devotion service. That's okay, but not the best way. Gradually doing devotion service, you will get purified. So what we understood here, that karmis, jnanis are trying to control this, and yogis, karmis, okay, animals, jnanis and yogis are trying to control the senses. Independent of Krishna does not work. Bhakta tries to control the senses dependent on Krishna, and that's the only way it works. Okay? You don't have to even become a Shuddha Bhakta. Even your Nama Bhasa stage will be purified. This is very beautiful phenomena. So independence, no. Always meditate on this fact. Meditate on this fact again and again. We said yes, every day we say that. Jiva Krishna Das E Vishwas. Kale Tara Dukhanai. So what is the meaning of Das? What is the meaning of that? Das means he has no independence. He has no independence. He is waiting. Prabhupada says, very interesting, Jiva has no independent existence. Has no independent existence. Just like we say, you are son of somebody. Anna? You don't have. So if you go absolutely, actually, we are Krishna's energy. We cannot exist without Krishna. So actually, only person who exists is Krishna. We are Krishna's energy. So we exist because Krishna exists. Sunshine cannot exist when the sun doesn't exist. So we exist because of Krishna. And we are Krishna's energy. And then interesting, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada gives one more word line on this. He says, even Lord Shiva does not take any independent initiative. So devotees, therefore, in all his endeavors everywhere, look in indication. Many devotees said, how do I have good chanting? Yes, you do because I have been ordered to do chanting. That's what the initiative should be. If you want to improve devotion service, always meditate, I have been ordered to do that. Then the quality will be fantastic. But Prabhupada was asked, why did you come to America? My guru ordered me. That's all. Like a small child. Anna? So whatever you're doing, why I'm reading, I have been ordered to do that. Like Yudhishthira Maharaj, what did he do when he became won the war? He said, I am not qualified to rule. Krishna ordered him. Vedavyasa ordered him. Bhishma ordered him. And finally Dhritarashtra ordered him. Then he took up the throne. Not that I want to be the king. No. I've been ordered. When Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada was once Prabhupada Guru was sitting and taking a class, Vyasa Asana, he was sitting on Vyasa Puja. And after Vyasa Puja, he was explaining the parampara and the role of Guru Shishya system. At that time, he saw some people were sitting and looking in a little disrespectful way in the audience. He was a great Acharya with thousands of disciples. So Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, you may be thinking, what am I doing today? Sitting on a big asana, taking the worship of my disciples. But the service of a guru, I am doing on the order of my guru. Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. On his order, I am doing this service. So this should be the meditation always. Whatever I am doing anything, I am in order to do. We should not think of any independent initiator. Correct? That is the nature of a dasa. Dasa doesn't take an independent. Even Lord Shiva, the Parama Vaishnava, doesn't take any independent initiative. He's waiting. When the day will come, a signal comes, now start my Tanda and destroy the world. He's waiting for an indication when to do. So who are we? Brahma doesn't do anything independently. Anna? Nobody does anything independently, but we are there. And we have come to enjoy that independent. We are like upstarts. Upstarts, no, really, what they say, no, where there is a danger and we run. We kill ourselves. So we are unfortunate to think of becoming an independent, but unfortunately we are not independent. We are humble servants of the Lord, and we come to this humble position, we become happy and life becomes successful. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.